Hello and welcome to the 1 Minute Rewatch. I am TC DeWitt and today I shall be your professor of cinematic critique. With the X-Men returning to do the voodoo they do so well in the 8th installment of the X-Men franchise, X-Men Apocalypse, I thought we'd take a look back at mainstream's first introduction to the Merry Mutants of Marvel, X-Men, the animated series. X-Men, the animated series debuted in October of 1992 as part of the Fox Kids Saturday morning cartoon lineup.
You see, kids, Saturday morning cartoons was a colloquial term in the 60s until the late 90s for television programming that was a scheduled block of time for cartoons. There were no cable networks devoted to cartoons or the internet to stream them from. No, every Saturday morning you had to wake up, pour yourself a big bowl of cereal, cozy up next to the TV for one episode a week of your favorite shows and characters. Can you believe that?
This show stands as Marvel's longest-running TV-based property, lasting 6 years, 5 seasons, and a total of 76 episodes. The series is loosely adapted from some of the most famous X-Men comics, including the Dark Phoenix Saga, Days of Future Past, the Phalanx Covenant, and the Legacy Virus. The lineup of characters largely resembles that of early issues of Chris Claremont's run from the 90s. Cyclops, Storm, Beast, Jean Grey, Gambit, Rogue, Jubilee for some reason, Professor X, and of course, Wolverine, because God forbid you have an X-Men thing without Wolverine in it. Oh, and it has one of the all-time best TV theme songs. Alright, here we go. Time to see how this show holds up. Berserker Barrage! If this series can be given credit for anything, it's quite possibly that it's the first American animated series that had a full season story arc that linked one episode to the next in one single continuing narrative. The hand-drawn animation, if not a bit colorful for today's gritty standards, holds up nicely all these years later. The scripts and the stories do too. Drawing from source material that is so rich and well written certainly helped. While the voice acting for some of the characters is pretty spot on from what we all imagined reading the book, some of the other characters are...
What's wrong? Was my job no good?
I summon the cold of the Arctic winds!
Now you run away. What I have done wrong?
It's a bit hokey that they never take off their costumes except to wear the one other outfit they own, and it's lame whenever Wolverine fights because you can't have a guy with knife hands actually stab anyone, not in an American 90s cartoon for kids.
Here, go play pickup stick.
It's a good show, and it presents these iconic characters incredibly respectfully. It doesn't hold up as well as another 90s cartoon, but if you're an X fan and you haven't seen it in a while, or if you've never seen it at all, it is well worth it. That's why I give X-Men the Animated Series 3 mutations out of 5. That's all for this episode. If you're a diehard X-maniac or you give this show a watch for the first time, let me know your thoughts. And I'm curious, if you could have a mutation, a superpower, what would it be? Put it in the comments below. Also, since you're here, check out the newest episodes of Working Title, Bit by Block, and stop by my Professor Xavier, Chad Halverson over at the 1 Minute Gamer. And if you like to hear me talk at length about movies, I have a podcast called The Rewatchman, which is available on iTunes. That's it for me. Until next time, I am TC DeWitt, and even you are a better X-Men than Jubilee.
Like lambs to the slaughter.
Playing nice.
X-Men the Animated Series, a fucking helicopter. 76 episodes. Here comes the helicopter again. Lasting 5 years. Here comes the helicopter again. Wish I had Magneto's powers. I would just be like,
For in the
and even you are a better X-Men than Jubilee.
Woman hater.
Whoa, hey, it has nothing to do with hating. Let me get this clip. She's useless. Little fireworks, but an actual firework would be more threatening than that. Whatever this is, the little light show she does. Don't give me the garbage about like, ooh, Vampire Jubilee was cool. And they took her backstory for Rogue for the first X-Men movie. And if you ever play X-Men Alliance on the old PlayStation, they made Magma a whole new character because fire lava powers is way better than sparkly super powers. I'm right. All right? Someone disagree with me. If you like Jubilee, tell me about it below.